I'd probably be holding it about like this, okay? And then let's just see how this goes. Yeah, that's good. That's actually really, really good. Hey guys, Ron Lyons here, the Tactical Redneck, and I've got something very unique and different for you today, and that is this little product called the HatW8. It's H-A-T, the letter W, and then the number 8. Let me tell you what this is. It serves two purposes. One purpose is it's going to help you hold your ball cap on your head. The second purpose, believe it or not, is to serve as a force multiplier impact weapon. That's right. I didn't believe it myself, but now that I have the product, and in all transparency, this was sent to me for free simply to test. I make no promises of a good review. I make no promises of anything at all. I certainly don't make any money off of it if you should decide to buy one. I don't even know how this is going to perform yet. We're going to test it together. But let me just kind of show you what this thing is. It's got some really, really cool packaging. One of these ends opens right there. Okay, and let me get this out. So this is what it is. It's a small Cordura nylon bag. It's about 3 ounces, and inside there you can feel that's either steel shot like buckshot, or that may be BBs or something like that. But anyhow, 3 ounces, Cordura nylon. It looks like it's stitched very well, probably double stitched. And this essentially goes right through the strap on the back of your ball cap. Now, the primary purpose of this is obviously, I'm out here on a windy day today, is because you know when you're wearing your cap and you're looking good, you're feeling confident, and you're around a lot of people, and invariably what happens is your hat flies off because of the wind. And then you get to do that thing where you try to shuffle to it. You try to look cool while you get your cap, and it's embarrassing because it blew off in the first place. It's even more embarrassing that just about the time you get to it, the wind moves it again, and then you end up just kind of looking like an idiot out there chasing your ball cap. So that's what the primary purpose of the HatW8 is to go right back here on the snapback portion of your ball cap, keep it on your head, and then keep you from looking like an idiot when you go trying to chase it. So let's put this thing on here. You don't have to worry about it looking bad or anything, because it actually goes through just like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this. I've got a pretty big grape, in case you can't tell. I've got a size 10.5 head. I'm going to put this on 3 and see how that does. So I've got it on the third little deal there. The actual HatW8 itself stays just inside the band there, so you don't see any logo or anything like that. Now, just for the record, you may have noticed this is a very, very awesome Tactical Redneck ball cap, and of course it's an auto brand, so it's a name brand ball cap. If you want one of those Tactical Redneck ball caps, we'll have a link for them down in the description. You can check that out. But yeah, that feels really, really good. It's nice. It doesn't feel particularly heavy on my head. Nothing like that. This is just about perfect. Would I expect this to hold my hat on my head? Yeah, this is going to keep my hat on my head. This would be great if you're out boating, or if you're out hunting, or doing anything where there's a lot of wind. This is going to really work for you. Now, whether or not this thing works as a force multiplier and impact weapon, that's a whole separate thing that we're going to test here in just a second. But the idea is that if you're in a confrontational situation where you've got to defend yourself, this thing comes off your head, and with a swing, then you've got 3 ounces of either buckshot or BBs that becomes your impact weapon. Is it going to crack someone's skull open? No. Is it going to knock someone out? Probably not. Is it going to have a fantastic, stunning effect? I would expect so. Partially because nobody really expects to be getting hit with someone's ball cap, and if you are going to get hit with a ball cap, you don't think it's going to hurt that bad. 3 ounces of buckshot or BBs in a little Cordura bag strapped in the back of that ball cap could be a game changer. We're gonna find out. Now, I don't really anticipate that there's much I could strike with this where it's gonna do a whole lot of damage to that item. There's videos out there right now of people hitting boards, and sometimes they're able to break them, sometimes they're not. What I wanna do is give it a little more realistic test. I want to take a bottle and put about 16 plus ounces of liquid in it and set that up. And I want to see when this thing does make impact, if I can hit that bottle with this hat weight, does it send that thing flying? Is there really force multiplication? Can we actually witness that? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to set it up. So obviously, let's hold my head on good.
Way to go, Ron. Need some coffee?
I literally just said, obviously it's holding my head on good. Okay, that's what a lot of fatigue will do for you. But you know what? What can I say? Obviously it's holding my hat on good. And now we're gonna go over there and see how it does against a bottle. I'm gonna get fired. I'm gonna fire myself from this job. All right, now I've got this bottle. This is, yeah, that's 16 point something ounces of water in a water bottle. And we're gonna set that right here. I'm gonna try my best not to break my fingers by hitting this cinder block right here. But we're just gonna see what kind of impact this thing has. Now, obviously, as in most weapon systems, you've got to practice and develop skills and all that kind of stuff. I have no skills with this. I have no practice with this. So chances are that, heck, I may miss the whole thing. I may take out my camera instead, or some errant bird sitting over here on the side. You never really know. But I'm going to give it a try. So let's give it a nice little gentle swing first. Okay, let's just see how this works. Okay. I have to say, that was pretty impressive. So that made it about 10 feet over there, and I didn't break a hand or anything, so we're doing good. All right, now as expected, the bottle is still intact. We're gonna give that another swing and a hit here. We're gonna turn that up just a little bit, see if we can hit it maybe just a little bit harder this time. So again, second time I've tried this, so no promises on how this is gonna go. And I lost the hat and didn't get a square hit on the bottle. So it's about 5 feet away now. All right, so far, everything seems to be holding up really, really well here. We're gonna give this another shot. We're gonna set it up again. And I guess really, really practicing with this is going to be key. In order for this to be super effective, you need to really know how to use this. You couldn't pick up any sort of an impact weapon like nunchucks or anything and be really good at first. In fact, you're probably going to hurt yourself more than you're going to hurt your target. Let's give this another shot here, okay? Okay, and that's what happens when you don't get a real square hit and you just skim on it. So that was very much skimming. If there had been a fly on the front of that bottle, I would have just killed his ass. All right, we're gonna do this again now. We're gonna try to get a good square hit on this. And again, try not to break a finger. Okay. That may have been one of the best hits yet. That's about 20 feet away. That was a really, really good hit. I could feel that. Very solid land. I wouldn't want to get hit with that anywhere around this grape. Okay, we're gonna give this another try. This time I'm gonna have the hat off my head and I'm gonna hold it just a little differently. I'm gonna try and hold it, try and get a little better grip on this thing and hit it like that. Because maybe the situation is one where you take your hat off, you've got the hat in your hand, and that way you have a little better grip on it than you would when you just remove it like this. When you move it like this, you don't have a great grip on that, as I've seen from losing the hat on earlier tries. Okay, well, let's give this a shot with it already in my hand. Let's just pretend I'm sitting here talking to whomever. Let's see, how would I do that? I would take it off. I'd probably be holding it about like this, okay? And then let's just see how this goes. Yeah, that's good. That's actually really, really good. All right, let's take a really quick look at how both the Auto Hat, the Tactical Redneck Auto brand ball cap, along with the HatW8 on the back. Let's see how it held up. I don't know if you can see that real well, but it's actually perfect. Zero damage to the ball cap. Definitely no damage to the HatW8. Every bit of that looks really, really good. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about how this all works in actual function. And if you've done any sort of combatives, martial arts, or anything like that, heck, even if you've gone outside and thrown a baseball or something like that, you understand that the majority of your power comes from the rotational force in your hips. It doesn't actually come from arm strength. If you step outside and have a baseball and just throw it with arm strength, it's only gonna go so far, and it's not gonna be very far, okay? You take that same baseball and you rotate and deliver that torque, that rotational torque of your hips through that ball's gonna go much further. The same works for the mechanics of striking something when you're doing combatives. So if I just stand here and punch with arm strength, it's gonna have a certain effect, not a great effect. If I can in turn torque my body and actually connect with that rotational force, then I'm gonna be able to leverage that torque for more impact, for more power. So with this, I'm thinking the same thing. Right now, I'm basically doing like a tennis swing. I'm just using arm strength. You wouldn't hit a golf ball that way. You really shouldn't hit a tennis ball that way, but you understand what I'm saying. It's just a swing. It's like that. If I spend enough time with this and actually worked on developing a technique of torquing, I have a feeling that force multiplication would be profound. Very, very profound. So in the end, I like this. I like it a lot. I like the fact that I don't have to chase my ball cap. I mean, it's pretty darn windy out here today. I don't know how well this microphone's working right now. I'm blocking that sound. Hopefully it's doing well, but it's windy out here. It's North Texas, and we've had wind alerts for a few days now. And so if I was going to use this, I would be very grateful for the fact that my hat's not going to blow off. I'm not going to run around chasing my ball cap in front of a bunch of people and looking like an idiot. Secondarily, I'm going to like the fact that I've just got one more option in my arsenal, in my tool set of things that could be used as a defensive weapon. Now, it's $29.99 on the website right now, and I think it's definitely worth getting. Get 2 or more and you end up getting free shipping. Anyways, guys, if you like this ball cap, go to tacticalredneck.com. Check that out. And we're gonna have more videos. We're gonna do more things like this. And yeah, sometimes I'm gonna goof up, sometimes I'm gonna make a mistake, and I'm gonna usually leave those in the video just because, you know what? If we're not having fun doing this, then why do it, right? Anyways, guys, until that next video, stay safe out there, and God bless.
If you're an alpha male, the type that sits with your back against the wall with your head on a swivel, then be sure and listen to Ron's new song called Sheepdog. It's a song just for guys like you and me. You can listen to it right here, right